What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the ShutterBugs podcast. This is a Hangout episode with two of our hosts, me and Finn.
Your boy is here. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna read my desk. Your boy is here.
What's up, guys? How are you guys today? Like me and Finn kind of said, we're both obviously, the whole ShutterBugs podcast crew, we're planning on releasing an episode every Thursday, and this is one of those episodes. Even if it can't be a full podcast episode, if it has to be a smaller episode, just like this is a Hangout stream, we'll be doing that. And of course, we'll still have regular episodes. It just depends on when basically all three hosts or two of our hosts and a guest can join us to have a full-length episode. So, yeah. Okay, cool.
I like how you said, "What's up, guys?" And I was like, "Who is he even talking about? Who is he even talking to?" Hold on, let me show it on my screen. Hold on, guys.
Finn's gonna turn on his screen too, because we're just hanging out with you guys. There we go.
What's going on, guys? Oh, you see this in front of me? Some stuff to talk about, some stuff to unbox.
Good stuff.
I'm gonna text some of the boys, tell them we're in here to tune into the stream. Is it on your tube?
It should be, yes. It is on the tube, right, as we speak.
Let me. Yes, it is. Wow, look at that. We have one watcher. Hello, whoever you are.
That's probably you, because you're on. You just looked.
No, but I didn't click on the video though.
That's true. So first of all, tell the audience how you're doing this week, Finn. How you doing?
Very okay. I'm on some new ADHD medication today, starting yesterday, and it's been an adjustment period, which is cool. But basically, I've been having some insomnia, so I normally get 10 hours of sleep a night. The last few nights I've gotten 3 to 4 hours tops. So
yeah,
it sucks.
For sure.
But it is gonna be okay. I got more sleep tonight, last night than I did the night before. So hoping tonight I get even more sleep. How about you, buddy? How have you been?
Good. I've been basically skiing almost every day this week. I went skiing earlier today too and stuff. So I've just been really mentally and physically wiped every single day. And yeah, I haven't been able to work because my whole workstation right now is flooded with ubiquitous parts from both sets that I have.
Oh, okay.
And I'm waiting.
Flooded. I was like, huh?
No. It's just like I wanted to. Okay, so I've had the non-light up ubiquitous set for a while. And I made it once, and then I kind of put it away, because anyone who has the ubiquitous set knows that it destroys your fingers, super hard to make, and it's a pain. So I just kind of put it away, and I used some of the parts for sci-fi sets that I'd shoot, but it never really looked great because it was never the completed set. So I ended up waiting for the light up set to go back on stock on BBTS. Got it. I built it, but it wasn't the design that I'm basing it off of, which is Michael Wisman's. It's not it's too big for just one set, so I had to use parts of my non-light up set to kind of compensate and fill it out.
That makes a lot of sense. You kept the non-light up.
Yeah, set. Exactly. And so down there it's just parts of this set, parts of that set, and it's kind of a mess. And then on top of that, the electronics were bugging out with different colors and different lights turning on. So BBTS is sending me another set to switch those electronic parts with the ones I have, and then whatever parts are dysfunctional, put them in that and send it back to them. So I haven't touched the whole station because I'm waiting for that replacement to do all that work, and then I'll clean it all up when it's actually set and done and works. So I think that comes tomorrow. It was supposed to come today, but it didn't. So I think it's coming tomorrow.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, so I'm waiting on that.
Piccolo was coming today. Not this one that's in my hand. I didn't think this Piccolo was coming today, and it just popped up in the mail.
Dude, unbox it. Let's see it. I actually got.
Let's go over a couple things first.
Let's do it.
Before we get started.
Why not?
Finally, after 3 years, I have a GPS lot tape, I have a shirt. But I finally got some clothes. You know what I'm saying? Now we really playing dress up out here. I finally got my a Peter Parker kind of custom going right now. I'm preparing some other kit bashes and customs. I bought the V-Toys bodies on the way. Ordering that. But this is my standing right now. I have the Spider-Punk body, which are just normal.
The shoes, yeah, perfect.
The Toys R Us head.
Nice.
I really like this. The hoodie's a little bit big because this hoodie's for the Namor type body, if you know what I'm talking about. So, these pants apparently are for this body. This hoodie's for the next level of legend.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
I think I'd rather be a little bit too baggy than a little bit too tight, anyways. But yeah, he's super sick. I completed this, dude. I didn't even get to talk about this.
Stilt man, let's go.
Let's go. First bath I completed since it has been a long time.
I was gonna say, when was the last time, or even if you like completed a bath, like what was the last one you did?
Probably the lizard was probably the last one. That is crazy to think about because that wave came out like what, like 2 years ago?
Oh, at least probably that's 3 to 4. Yeah, that's crazy. That Thanos, I know everyone's wondering. That Thanos looks great right there.
Oh, dude, you and I got it the same day. So me and Aiden were. I was on Instagram. Probably Monday. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Monday, and then I saw somebody was like, "Hey, check your Target." Somebody sent the link, and they were like, "It's like some of them have free pickup at your store." And I was like, "Okay, I'll check." And mine had a free pickup at the store, but what I've had is sometimes it's like they can't find the item.
Yeah.
So I would text my buddy who works there, like my Target plug, Steven, shout out to you. I was like, "Hey, do you actually have one of these? And if so, can I come pick it up?" And he was like, "Yeah." Add it. I was like, "Okay, you want me to just like, can you like snag it and I'll just come buy it, or like do I have to do it through the app?" And he was like, "Yeah, do it through the app. That way it'll be like there's no stress. You'll just come pick it up."
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay." And so I got there. They had none on the shelves at all. I think they had one left in the store, and I got there probably like 10 a.m. So it was like 2 hours after they opened. Which I'm not a GI Joe like super crazy collector. I collect a few of them, and so I'm not the type of person to like go there at 8 like it opened. And so I was like kind of shocked that they were all gone already, and there was no House of X Wave, which I was really bummed about. But I got hit with like a lot of financial stuff this week, so I'm kind of glad I didn't spend much. But I got the Thanos. Texted Aiden, he got the Thanos too.
That was a crazy day because so I like woke up to your text like about the Thanos, or like you were texting at the time I woke up, and I looked, and all I saw, this was like when you text like, "I found Thanos today at Target." Like I think that's all, like that was the first text you had sent.
Yeah.
And I saw that, closed my phone, put on shoes, and drove to both my Targets. I didn't even look at the rest of the conversation. And I asked my first Target, or I didn't even ask. I just looked on the shelves, they didn't have it. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll go to like my other Target like 30 minutes away just to see. And it wasn't on the shelves there. And I was like, I forgot to check in the back on the last Target. I'll check in this one. And sure enough, you brought it out, and I was so happy. And then I like finally checked my phone. And I'm like, yep, I got it too. It's great.
You were like texting us while they pulled it out. Were you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because the minute he said they had one in the back. Yeah, I was so excited. I was like, oh. And I had a very similar experience with, God, what was it? I don't know. I think.
Was it Red Hulk?
No, it was, I meant this week. It was the House of X Wave. I'm just remembering how it started. Tell me about that,
we never really talked about how you got those.
Yeah,
Probably remember what you got, too.
I don't remember if it was the night before or the morning of, but I saw like a post in P&P or on Instagram that was like the House of X Wave, like, oh no, it was Wisman. Michael Wisman's haul was the whole House of X Wave. Yeah. And I saw that, and he said like, it's hitting Target. And I was like, booked it to Target just like I did when Finn texted about Thanos. Yeah, and I went, and they had nothing on the shelves. Like, Marvel Legends was bare besides Black Widow. And so I found there's this lady that always is, like, stocking the shelves in the toy aisle at, like, when it opens. And she's really reluctant to, like, sell people, like, figures, like, especially in bulk. But there was no one else around, so I was like, all right, I'll ask her. And I was like, do you have this in the back? I used the DCPI. She was like, be right back. I think it says we have some. She came out with, like, she was holding the whole wave, like, all the way down from her chest, like, out here holding it. She's like, which one do you want? And I was like, all of them. And she's like, scanning them, trying to find an excuse. She's like, well, they're street dated for today. If someone else was here, I'd normally make you split it or, like, give them some. But no one else is here. They'll probably be bought out anyway, so just take it. And I scooped them up. That is something that's never happened. Wait, so you got the whole wave? Yeah, I have the whole wave.
That is crazy. I didn't actually know that. Did you build the bath?
No, I haven't opened them because I want to review them for the YouTube, but my workstation's so flooded right now that I can't, I haven't done it yet. I have so much to unbox.
Workstation at another table. You better get on.
I know. I need to do it because I have so much to unbox. I have the Mezco Gold Skull to still do that I've had for now like a week. My second one. I have 2 of the synthetic humans from 1,000 Toys, and I have 2 more on the way. But I got 2 of them today.
Oh my gosh, dude! If you ever sell one,
they're the best. Just because I think like the reason why I wanted to get them, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy them now for however much outrageous money it is. Like, but they're retail. And then after, secondary market prices just go so much. 65. 65, which is pretty good for, like, what they are. Like, they have
1,000 Toys. I mean, that Master Chief retailed at 120, which is crazy. I mean, it's pretty much worth it, but, like, that is crazy.
Well, yeah, and, like, the thing, too, is, I mean, those figures I've heard from D Amazing are, like, some of, if not besides Rebel Tech, like, the best seamless articulated figures there's, like, been so far.
Yeah, I
So
think Poncho was in that group chat the other day. He was like basically saying like these are like the figures. I'm
yeah,
like,
they
okay, one day
are.
I'll get one. Cause I remember we were talking about. I remember when they were clearancing at FYE for like $20, and I remember I like drove to all my FYEs. There's 2 in like a 30-mile radius, and I checked all online. They were all sold out everywhere.
That's
like,
crazy.
although I don't think mine ever got them because I have never seen one of those figures in person at all. So
I
I don't
hadn't
even think
either.
or
Yeah, I'm super. The reason I think they're so appealing, and at least to me too, is they're the perfect, like, I guess, villain or army builder villain for anyone. Like DC, Batman can fight those. Superman can fight those. Any Marvel character can fight those. Even Star Wars characters could probably fight those. Like, they are Power Rangers. They're the most generic, villains, but they pose like Revoltech figures without gaps.
And
so,
they look, without the gaps and stuff.
Exactly.
Man, I was gonna say I had something sad happen to me today, bro. When did you see my text of the Big Bad Toy Store thing?
I think so.
The red G.I. Joe Ninja was in.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
I just I'm trying not to spend extra cash on figures right now that I just don't need. I don't need to spend more money right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, I have to do so I have my school bills are getting charged now, and then I also have to buy new tires because my tires right now are terrible. Like they're like that. They have like no tread on them. So I'm like, it's kind of dangerous. If it snows again, I'm screwed. So I'm like, I need to get new tires, and I can't afford I can't afford Ninjas right now, especially from BBTS, which is like another like $8 shipping or whatever. I'm like,
see, what do you? Okay, so I know you like the GI Joe look and the Hasbro look. I am thinking, or at least want to, army build the AI ninjas because I think personally those are like aesthetically a little better. I don't. What do you think between the three?
I would agree. I think that each one has something better than the other. Like the aesthetic one, AI looks the best, but then I think that articulation wise, GI Joe moves the best. But then I think overall, I think the Marvel Legend ones are my favorite just because of like, it's kind of like a classic ninja look. The problem I have with AI is I don't like the scale; they're a little too small. Yeah. For Legends, in my opinion, and then they're also really brittle. Like I have a few, like 4 ninjas in total, I think, and then 3 solitaires from Brian. Shout out to you, Cap. And they're all great, but like all of them are I'm kind of like I don't.
Which ones do you? Okay, so I know you have the solitaires. I think you have like a samurai or 2, and then the 2 brown ninjas or 1 brown ninja.
I have 3 brown ninjas.
Okay.
Basically, 3. We just got them like a couple months ago, and then I have 3 solitaires, and then I have the one like blue samurai.
What do you think about the brown ninjas in terms of like the other ones? Or do you think they move better, less brittle?
The worst one is the samurai. His hips don't even move, dude.
Well, because the samurai is still a part of that first release of AI. The brown ones are like the re-releases they're doing, and that's the same as the red ones. That's why I'm like, after getting those brown ones, their QC is fixed a lot compared to the older ones. Yeah. So I think the red ones would like move at least like really well, and for me, the red ones come also with like a little bit better hands and accessories for the most part, and they are a little small. But I think at least for me, that would be a sacrifice I'd be worthy to make just because of like the accessories and like the way they move and stuff. And right now they're retail. They're $20. Yeah. Which is like,
I would feel so bad for the people that bought all the first wave ones. And like
especially people who bought them on the aftermarket for like $100 a pop. Like that was crazy. Gosh, I've wanted the Hasbro ones. The G.I. Joe ones don't, at least for like Legends, mix as well with me as I think they do, but they still look cool.
They don't look like hand ninjas.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Cool ninjas and really cool for sure. They don't look like the hand ninjas are cool because you could have them fighting Marvel characters and you could have them fighting like Batman and stuff like that, like Lady Shiva and like Batman and Deathstroke and stuff. Yep. And they fit with that. The only problem is it's just like the AI ones look the most solid as basic red ninjas, but like the brittleness and then the scale, they're really small, so they look more like Mafex. But then like the big. Like a Legend is like, it's like decently sized, so I don't know.
Well, see, that's the thing. I mean, you just brought it up. Like, if you have an AI ninja and a Mezco Batman, for example, those are not going to work in any aspect. No. A Hasbro or a G.I. Joe hand ninja would work, versus Mafex Hush Batman and an AI ninja is like a perfect pairing. Those two will look really good, for sure.
And like stuff, even like stuff that's kind of a little bit smaller, like some of the SHF stuff. Like I remember I did a shot with my SHF Advanced Suit Spidey that I haven't posted yet, but it's like him like kind of being surrounded by some ninjas, and it's like he's kind of small and they're kind of small. It's like the 5.5 inch scale, and it fits really well together
for sure.
I don't know. I just don't think it like really meshes with like the Hasbro like Legends Marvel feel. Plus,
I definitely, yeah.
They're the only ones really. The hand ones are the only ones you can really find in store right now.
That's true. And, yeah, like on the pegs.
AI is probably my least favorite. Like I love them. Like the brown ones are amazing, but for what I'm trying to do, they're my least favorite.
For sure.
I would get, if the GI Joe ones were on stock, I'd probably get like 3 of each, like 3 GI Joe, 3 Legends one to kind of like mix them.
Yeah.
But I can't find them anywhere, so I kind of just have to go with Hasbro.
Yeah.
If anybody can find me any hand ninjas, that'd be great. I got one, and I love it. It is great. They tried to do the GI Joe like torso articulation thing.
I saw
like,
that.
Waist area. It like doesn't work great. Because of that, you know what? I had it right here. Why am I not holding it while we're talking about it?
Why not? Bust it out.
Let's I know, right? Actually, where is it? Bust it. It's right here in the.
Wow, Wisman in the chat roasting
us. What did
Wisman
say?
Said, "Is this the newest episode of the Whitest Kids You Know reboot?"
Hey, that was a good one, Wisman. I like that one. That was actually very funny. So here we go. We have that. This is the Legends one. I really like this a lot. The only problem is, it's like I'm saying like. The torso articulation is cool, but like with the skirt and the belt and everything, like I'm pushing it, and it like goes this far.
Well, that's also something else. I mean, when I look at AI, their seamlessness of like their sculpt at least isn't as bulky, so it can articulate a little more. And the one other thing is like the head sculpts, because I know for the hand ninja, you can't take off that hood and have it look like, you know, still a ninja.
I just don't like that. His eyes are just kind of too wide. Like, why don't they look angry? That's a dumb complaint. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh,
like,
no.
Why
I feel
they not kind of like more slanted. Like they look like very huge mushrooms. Like.
Yeah, I definitely see that for sure.
Dude, I actually have some. I have some of the AI ones. I just want to see what they look like scale wise.
Yeah. Check it out. Let's see it. I will say though, the AI ninjas in terms of I think they worked better. I don't know about now, but I think they worked better with like older Legend stuff. And what I mean by that is like Pizza Spidey body with AI ninjas work way better than new like retro Spidey body, because new retro Spidey is bulkier, and I feel like Legends has kind of upscaled a tiny bit from what they were doing, so I think it'll look a lot more different. So let's see this.
I feel like their bucks are a little bit, unless you're like a female buck.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Kind of a bit. They're
like, for sure. That's why, like, if they do a new Daredevil, I feel like it's not going to work as well with the AI ninjas, whereas it works now with, like, the Daredevil from the box set or from this Hobgoblin wave works good with AI ninjas, at least in scale. Let's see this.
It's just like, I don't know. The bulkiness, but like for Bucky cap stuff, like I can imagine it working a little bit better. But like, look at this. Like, this is like Spidey. This man is like 23. And he's towering over this ninja.
Yeah.
And this guy is, I feel like this is the proportionate size. Like, I mean, Spider-Man's pretty tall. I think he's not even 6 foot in the comics, I don't think. Maybe when he's an adult. I don't know. But like, it's kind of like this one's a good amount taller. I do not like this. This is crazy. This side by side is crazy. Look at the size difference, bro.
That's a noticeable difference for sure.
I mean, I bought 3 of them. I love these brown ninjas. I really do. They're really nice. And especially if I want to do like Naruto shots and stuff, like stuff with import companies, those ninja are going to be really, really nice. I haven't actually shot them with any like Naruto stuff though. I need to do that.
Well, like,
for example, I mostly shoot Legends and Marvel and DC stuff, so it just doesn't really work for me. But
for sure.
I love the AI stuff. Love what I've seen of the GI Joe stuff. I don't own one yet, so.
Yeah, I think also, like, honestly, looking back on it in terms of AI, and I'm not trying to bolster them, I'm just saying, like, if, you know, you want another thing, like, if you look back at when AI was coming out and, like, its peak, like, Punker Mike, Boog, Wisman, like, these people who were photographing pretty regularly the ninjas at that point with Legends, they looked okay or good. I think it's just how you, it's really how, like, you position them. If you can...
And scaling and stuff. What I know, Darius shot like I think it was the Maplex Batman Hush one fighting a ton of ninja like when that came out. What ninjas were those?
I want to say brown.
Do you know what I'm talking about? He was like they were red for sure.
Then they had to have been AI. They were AI probably.
They had to have been AI.
I'm
gonna find it. If you guys don't follow D Amazing, you're lying because you would know about him before us. He has 40,000 followers on IG. That is crazy. And
that is crazy.
That is bonkers. While I'm finding this photo, I want to get one of the GI Joe ones eventually. Dude, why can't I find this photo? It was a great pic too. Like, it was Batman kind of being like swarmed by him. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, I think it was the AI, because this is the big time Spider-Man. He like fighting some similar looking ones.
That's AI for sure.
But like those look good, but even in that, they look kind of small. Like when you compare his head sculpt to the size of the other head sculpt.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just like a little bit off. It's like perfect for Mafex and stuff. Like I love it.
Yeah. Again, it's how you shoot them. You know, if you shoot them, like, it's how you scale them. Like, if you're gonna shoot them side by side fighting, like, not even or even side by side standing, not in a pose, but even when they're crouched in a pose, you'll get them, like, they'll look good in a photo. Like, that's just how it's gonna be. But if they're, you know, if you have like a ninja for some reason standing side by side with like you said, Spider-Man, like, it'll be a noticeable difference in terms of articulated icons.
It all depends on what you're trying to do, man.
Exactly.
And for you and me, I mean, you have a lot of AI already, but for you and me, like, we mostly would shoot stuff that would work with the new Legends stuff. Because we collect Legends.
Exactly.
I don't collect Joes that much. I mean, I have some. I have 3 Snake Eyes for some reason. That's the story I told on the pod before, I think.
Yeah, that was
I have,
crazy.
like, a Duke, I have Beachhead, I have Cobra Commander. And I think that's it, which is great. I love all those figures.
Yeah.
But it's also, like, I was talking to Alex about it, and I'm like, Alex, like, I mean, he's not like an 80s kid, but he, like, likes the property. Like, he remembers, reading some of the comics, like, the shows. I have next to no attachment at all to the property. I literally just say, hey, that design is nostalgic, or I like it, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, iconic designs, super cool looking, like aesthetically amazing looking. I don't know anything about them as characters at all, except for that they fight a lot of new ninjas. That's it.
Found the post. I don't know if you can see it.
That's
it's like
the post.
It's really saturated.
That's the post.
But those are AI ninjas.
Yeah, it is. Send that to me, by the way. Can you DM that to me?
Yeah, I'll DM that to you right now. I don't know why it's coming so saturated on my phone, but I mean, he's also done photos with Mezco Blade and articulated icons, and it's looked good. Like, it's looked really good, in fact. So like, it's really how you pose them and shoot them. Because if you have like a Legend, Mezco, whatever, in like a deep like fighting pose, doesn't even have to be super deep, but in a fighting pose, and the rest of the ninjas are like that, you're not going to notice a scale difference because they're crouched. They're all in like poses. But if they're all standing, just like a Revel Tech, you're going to obviously notice some sort of like, I don't even know what to call it. Like, there's something off about the photo.
It's just off-putting.
Exactly.
And Darius is like, he's good. It doesn't look bad in his shots. But like, I've seen people pose like retro Spider-Man or like something like a Diamond Select with like an articulated icon.
Yeah.
Like,
that is
rough.
That's like posing a NECA. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, for real. Speaking of Darius, the man is trusted seller, sold me this bad boy. I had him on pre-order from Amazon before he was even coming out, and then Amazon canceled my order months ago. I was so hurt. And I was like, I guess I'm not going to get him. And then I somehow scratched the cash together last week, and I pulled it off. So this is the first ever unboxing on the ShutterBugs channel that I've ever done.
Let's go.
This is the old one. This thing is mad loose, from what I remember. Like, he is loose. Although this
put some nail polish in there, man. Get it tight again.
Yeah, that's facts. I need to do that. I do need to do that. Well, the way they do like the joints is like this. It's like the ball joints. Like,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? They're great. They move amazing. I love them. But the new, I'll show you because I know you're not the Dragon Ball boy, but I will show you like the way the SHF.
Let's see it.
Their new. Like,
I'm debating to go downstairs and grab one thing to unbox, but I don't know even like.
Go grab it right now while I start taking this out of the package. So.
Should I? Okay, give me a second. Killing me.
Okay, Aiden's gone, guys. Don't we all agree that he's the ugliest co-host, the dumbest co-host, and the bummiest co-host? Cheers to that. Clink. That's some delicious agua. My mouth has been so dry today. Too much information. Let's keep going. We got. I must say though, I love this packaging, dude. Like, oh my gosh, the lime green with like the white. This new box, bro. Compared to the old one, look at this dust. Look at this dusty, disgusting box. Comparatively, like what is actually? I do like that. I do like the shot of the figure on the side. But what is that? Yikes, dog. Although, again, they make the figure look really, really good on the back. Like the way it's like photographic, the lighting, softest thing in the world. It looks so matte. And then you get it in hand. Great figure, love it, but it's like kind of shiny comparatively. I don't know. Something to think about. Okay, I only have this guy here for like comparison. Let's break into it. Oh man, and you know what? You want to know something else really funny while Aiden's gone? My cape never actually worked properly for this Piccolo. So there's a reason if you look on my feed, there's next to no shots of him with his his weighted gear on 8, and I was just telling them that this guy, one of the reasons I'm really excited about is because the way that this old Piccolo's cape used to work was it would be 2 parts, and it would be the back of the cape and 2 pegs, and then like when he would go to fold his arms or like to put it on, he would go over his head, and then it would like pop in. Well, mine wouldn't pop in, like they wouldn't connect. So that's why if you look on my, like that's kind of my preferred look, is him like in his weighted gear like this. But if you look on my feed, he's always looks just like this, like kind of base form. Or whatever, because my cape like was defective, and I got it when I was 14, so I didn't have a job. I couldn't get another one, and I didn't know that you could like return things to Amazon that easy. Like now, I'm like, I'll return it if I don't like it. Like if it's bad, but it's bad.
All right, Finn, you made me do it.
Let's see it. Ooh, that's nice. That is nice.
1 of 4.
Better start opening that, bro.
This is my first time seeing it or unboxing it, so I'm very curious to see how this is. There's something I was gonna say before I left, and I forget what it was.
Let me take a picture for IG. Hold on, let me take a picture for IG. Tell them we're in here.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say,
Sorry,
Finn. I was gonna say, there's a post today. I don't know if you saw it. I think it was Wolverine, with hand ninjas in ACBA, and they were AI.
Really?
Yeah. Let me find it. I was trying to find it before I left.
Yeah, find out while I post this. Hold on. The ShutterBugs podcast, boys, are live. Put that there.
Yep, this was it.
Effect there.
Did you see this, Finn, today?
Oh, I did not see it. That looks like an old Alex shot type beat.
Yeah, it's.
Actually, I did see that, but I didn't know they were hand ninjas because I was kind of focusing on the head.
Yeah, I could tell they were AI ninjas, but again, like just showing. Oh my god, this is gonna be weird. Because, like, this figure is ultra articulated. I'm actually really excited to try this out.
It's really, because it's really articulated?
Yeah, it has, like, fingers. Every finger, like, moves at, like, joints. It's like,
I'm so excited. Dude, that Master Chief, it's not even that it's so crazy. I mean, the articulation, the way they do it is very seamless and very well, like, designed. Like, it's not that it's just so articulated, but it's, like, the way they do it is very intuitive. But it's heavy, too, because, like, part of his legs, I think, are, like, die-cast. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it has a nice, heavy, like, weight to it.
This is my first 1,000 Toys figure. So I'm very curious to see how
That's crazy. That was my first. The Master Chief I got like last week. Dude, I hate unboxing things on camera because I'm always has to be like so careful for my unboxings because I don't have a huge budget. So if I break it, bro, I'm kind of toast.
I mean, I just break stuff all the time. So, ooh.
Facts. Ooh, there's a lot of instructions for this.
Oh my. This shoulder joint is crazy.
Holy. Is it like good or is it loose?
No, it's good. Oh wait, maybe not. Maybe
I think this guy came with 4 heads. Whoa, look at all you can do. You can, like, pop his arms off each one. There's, like, 4 different heads. Like, that's crazy. This dude is crazy. Oh, yeah, because he comes with his crossed arms already on. I like the crossed arms, but I always feel like I'm going to snap the pegs.
Oh, can you move the eyes? Is that what that's for?
First impression. This is nice. Okay. Whoa. This is nice.
This is interesting.
The neck joint is much sturdier and thicker than the old one. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Hold on. Pop. Look, this is like what the old neck joint looked like. This is how like the new one looks. You can't tell.
Oh, definitely thicker and sturdier for sure.
Thicker, and it's like cut into the neck. It's like it's just bigger, and it's nice because these figures, like I remember when I got my first ever import was Krillin when I was 13.
Mm-hmm.
Did you break it or is it just pop off?
I thought I broke it. I thought I did, but I did not. It popped off.
Delete the stream.
I would have been very, very upset at that point if that had happened.
Okay, this is clean. I'm taking off these crossed arms immediately though because I can't.
Wow!
Crossed arms.
Look how far back that can go. That can touch his thigh. That double jointed knee. That's how far back that can go.
It's almost too articulated. Like who even can move that way? I guess it's like a synthetic android. It doesn't. You don't have muscles, so.
Well, yeah. I mean, look.
Dude, these.
That's crazy.
Oh, these make me so nervous. The way these crossed arms work, they're amazing looking, but like they pop into like the arm, like the shoulder pegs.
Yeah.
They are a joy to take on and off.
They look like
joke the arm. They're not bad. These ones are really thick. Okay, this is wow. SHF does not disappoint, man. Look how thick that is though. That's barely. That would rarely.
No. Yeah. That's good.
The Vegeta ones and the old Piccolo ones were like a lot thinner. I would show the comparison. I feel like disassembling the arms, like.
Yeah.
Dude, the worst thing though, one of my least favorite decisions. Oh, I guess they did it with this one too. I hate when they do this, when they package them with the crossed arms, because then if you go to put them in their packaging, you have to put them with the crossed arms to put them in there.
That's true.
That is so sad. It is okay, not end of the world. This thing is really solid. Oh my gosh. Okay, put his arms on. Get his bad boys going.
Wow, this figure's impressing me so far. It's not. I didn't know. I thought the hand was articulated. I thought the fingers were. It's not, but it comes with multiple hands. Yeah, probably. It comes with multiple hands though, so it comes with, which is I think is awesome. It comes with a pair of trigger hands, which is awesome because you can get it with weapons. That's awesome. It comes with then fists and then the open like hands. So that's plenty for an android like this. That's plenty. I mean, look how far. Look at that crunch.
Whoa,
I have them like
crazy.
completely compounded. Yeah, I mean that's
this is nice, dude. Okay, this is okay. So also, Aiden.
Yeah.
I know you're not the Dragon Ball boy, so I'm gonna hopefully help you. The problem with this is, do you see anything different in how these characters look? Do you see anything different about
the colors of the purple, the pink on the arms, the orange on the boots?
Colors. So this figure is the one that was available at like Amazon, Barnes & Noble, all that stuff, like $30. Great deal because it's a great figure, so worth the 30. It's worth like 40, 50. But the one they released to the public was the Manga Colors.
Okay.
So it's like, this is what he looks like in the manga. This is what he looks like in the anime. And almost all the other figures, from what I understand, were like based off the anime. And so what they did was they made an anime figure, but they made it like the SDCC exclusive of like 2013 or 2014 or something, something weird like that. And so it like was so expensive. I'm like, you're never gonna. And they did the same thing when they did Gohan, who's like kind of his protege, Goku's son.
Yeah.
They like made the retail one, the manga one, and everyone's just kind of like, dog, I have $30 to spend at Barnes & Noble. I'm not going to San Diego. Like, I'm not getting this exclusive. Yeah. Why don't you give us the sought after one as the main one?
Exactly.
I don't know why they did that. Like, I understand making a variation, the SDCC exclusive, but why would you make like the iconic one, the exclusive one? I mean, the manga's great. I love the manga. From what I've read most of it. I haven't read Super's manga, but I read all the other stuff. Okay, this is interesting. So the way this used to work is you would like kind of slide the cape on the back. But, because this one's articulated. I didn't know that. Oh, wow. The old one was just like rubber. This is nice, dude.
I like this secondary head so far. I really like this secondary head right here. This is like the almost like zombie looking head.
I love that one. It's so like full of character.
Yeah,
I love it.
I really like this.
This thing is okay. This figure is solid. It's like hefty, which is nice because this guy's like kind of like, you can tell proportion-wise, body-wise, like I feel like comparatively to the rest of the line, this is what he's supposed to look like. This dude's like big, and then compared to like how skinny the old one is, you see what I mean? Like, it makes this dude look like chump change. I like this a lot. I am so happy with this, bro. Shout out D Amazing on Instagram, trusted seller, great friend, great prices,
trusted seller with like
he is. I only want to say trusted seller because they are, but also it's like, I know that's a big deal for some people. I know people that won't buy figures from someone unless they like know someone who bought a figure from them.
Well, yeah,
exactly. So I'm like, hey, everyone. I have bought many figures from this man before. I bought my Sasuke, SHF Sasuke, Itachi. I bought my Rebel Tech Carnage from the man, my Rebel Tech Venom. Yes, sir. He sent me a Body Coon and some Kamen Rider and stuff before. Like, great. Such a nice dude.
Look at this guy.
Talks about the ankles. So that is hard. That's gonna be good posing practice for you too, because it's so intense.
Well, yeah. I have one more downstairs that came today because I got them in like shipments of 2, and then I got another 2 coming that I paid for yesterday. So this should be good for posing practice. And again, like I was telling Finn, I mean, these are literally the best villains or like army builder villains for any of your figures. I mean, again, these can go with any line. Like the only like franchise I don't see these working with, I don't even know. I was gonna say like Lord of the Rings, but there's no Lord of the Rings figures. Like anything mystical, but like anything that you're shooting, anything that like sci-fi or like superheroes or anything like that, like this will work for Star Trek, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, all of that. Like this is an easy one. I'm just happy because that's sick. I'm just happy because I've been struggling at least like thinking about like getting villains for Superman to fight, because like I can have him taking down just regular like street thugs, but it's so easy for him. So like a little like army or like things of like androids that these could be, I'm forgetting what they're called in DC off the top of my head, but there's like 2 different kind of androids that are really powerful that I'm spacing on right now.
In DC?
Yeah, Brian, if you're in the chat, help me out here. I know you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Brian's in here.
But I feel like either way, even just robots, like Superman can tear through those and it makes sense. Like he's not gonna throw a thug against the wall as hard as he can or laser one, but he'll laser robots. Like that's no problem for him. So I'm happy. Like, I will be at least able to do something with Superman now with like a better
Yeah.
villain, or I guess like army for him to go against. And the same with, I mean, these are great for Batman, Iron Man.
Names look good too. Like
Spider-Man.
You could do something like even like 3A with that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, this
Dude,
is like anyone.
Wisman says the new Marvel Legend Hand Ninja is pretty big, noticeably bigger than AI. Agreed, it is pretty big. And then Cap is in your said two things. He said, "What's up, fellas?" And he said, "Aiden headed to a rap battle."
Let's
Your
go.
heads up. You look like you're about to go square up with someone.
Yep.
Dude, this is solid, man. I really am happy. That would be the worst if I like unboxed a figure I was really excited for and then it like wasn't good. Oh, that would suck. I don't do a lot of unboxings.
John Wick
actually,
is exactly what that is like. What you just said encompasses how I felt while unboxing that figure, because that was horrible. The figure was atrocious.
That's unfortunate, man.
God, where's Brian?
Yeah,
I want to know. Oh no.
I don't know if this actually has any weight. So this doesn't have any ab crunch. It's just like a very intense torso.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I don't. It's different though. I have to get used to that. Although it's better than this one. This is all I have. Just this. I mean, it's actually pretty good, but it's like kind of loose. Like it's loose because it looks like it pops up and then hangs. So you have to kind of like you can move it in 360 degrees, but it's like once this figure gets loose, like mine is a little bit. It's kind of like kind of hard to mess with. Man, these antennae are nice. I hope they don't break off, but these ones never broke off, and these look like they're even sturdier. So let's see what the instructions have to say. I know that's so fun.
Okay, one of them's the Amazo. I thought that was it, but I wasn't sure. Amazo's one of them. Red Tornado, but this doesn't work for Red Tornado. That was just another one. And then there's one more I'm forgetting. There's the Amazo.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like army builder type androids.
No. Just like really powerful robots that like.
Got it.
There's
Oh
one
my gosh.
more.
Well, there's yeah, Amazo is where my brain was going. What else is there?
Yeah, so there's the Amazo, but
I don't have an incredible DC shelf, so I'm like, Metallo is a good one.
Metallo, thank you. That was the other one. Metallo and Amazo were the two I was thinking of. Off the top
of my head. Metallo figure to post that Superman. I like the shade. I really like the colors on this a lot. That's really doing it for me, man. I really dig this.
Good. I'm happy.
A lot. Okay, let me put these instructions away. I don't need them right now.
This thing's like hilarious.
That's hard. That's tough, dude. This is so cool. I love this. I'm really excited that the cape is articulated. That's something I did not know that I wanted. Because the Majin Buu cape is cool, but it's kind of annoying to put on. But this is just one peg, so I don't really have to worry about that. Oh, this is nice. So it's like a shell. I bet I could actually find a fabric for this pretty easily because it just kind of goes onto his back, but it's like articulated kind of. That's nice.
This figure, the thing that I think sets this figure apart from most other ones, and I don't know if it's because the sleek design or anything, but it's the elbows and the knees. Because that range is like what sets it apart. Because for the elbows to be able to touch like this, and for the knees to be able to touch like that, that's like the
what's like the crunch look on that? Because that looks pretty intense.
That's a crunch there going forward, which is pretty good. I mean, that's as far as I think as far as it can go. And then back, I think about that far. The back's not as far. That I'd probably say that's like the biggest.
It's not bad though. I mean, that's still pretty good.
Exactly. The neck and head range is really crazy. I mean, it is like really good. This figure can look up and down super far, with no effort. I mean, that is as far down as you can have a figure look without it being Rebel Tech. So like, that is very impressive. I mean, I think this is definitely like. If no one, I feel like every collector or poser or photographer of like ACBA or like toy photography should own one of these, like, or at least should try to.
I want to get one eventually. Yeah. I just cannot. I personally can't drop 60 on a character that I don't like have any like connection to. You know what I mean? Like personally, I can't, but it's so tempting, man. It looks amazing.
Yeah. Again, for me, even honestly, like you could easily create a like character or use it as a character from just one.
That would be a good base for like even if you like put like different hands, different feet, or whatever, and like a head on there. That would be a good like civilian. Honestly.
Oh yeah.
Like a kit bash. Like if you made like a.
I see 796 or Mario doing like 3D prints with this, or like you can put clothes over this or pieces to it, and like I even in its like default form, I can see like if you only owned one of them, creating a character. Like a generic character in your own universe, making it like I said, an Amazo or Metallo or something, like using it as that stand-in, because it like looks like that. Like you could easily make a character out of this, or you can use it like I'm gonna try to use it as an army builder. Like you can do either. Like this in solo shots would look really cool. I feel like Alex would have a lot of fun doing like some cinematic iRobot.
Blood all over it, bro.
Yeah, or like having it like very like destructive, killing humans, or like in a lab. Like there's a lot of cool possibilities with just having one of them. Not only obviously, and then like having way more than that will be really great too.
There's these like, I'm trying to figure out what to do about these. There's these like pieces, and they don't say what they are in the instructions. I don't understand. Wait, there's 2 pieces of instructions.
They're probably for like posing the eyes or something weird. That could be what it's for.
So these eyes are painted on. Let me see. It's it has to be something with this alternate turban head. Oh yeah, the head with turban accessory. Okay, it just removes. But there's no saying what this white part is. Oh, here we go. It's like a display option. You can fix the mantle in a floating state. So you put it in the back, and then like that. Oh, that's how his cape goes on. Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Now Brian knows me. This is like my extreme running pose I sometimes use on figures that looks like trash. I gotta
the extreme.
Something I gotta work on.
Yeah, man, just keep grinding, man. Just kidding. Actually, though.
What was that?
Okay, there we go. The turban. I didn't want to break it. I was like, I gotta be careful. Putting the turban on, screaming head. Let's figure out how this is probably so fun for everyone at home. All 2 of you. Display joint long. Short. Okay.
I think the main thing.
It's for a stand. I'm an idiot, Aiden. It's for a stand.
Tell me something I don't know, Finn. Tell me something I don't.
What is this for? Because this connects into his back. I was so confused. Okay. Thank you. Because it said display, and I'm like, do they just mean like when it's standing up? Like, you want to have it like, whatever. This is nice. Okay, I don't remember this back.
I'm happy because now that I know his hands aren't articulated, at least he came with like trigger fingers are like the main thing for me because then I can have this.
Nice. Well, even if they were articulated, you would have a problem.
And the nice thing too is, I mean, they're so closed at least and like pliable that you could easily put a sword in like his hand, or a staff. Some sort of object like a mug or like a gun or like these cupping hands with though the index finger like slightly out will either allow him to hold something or use a gun, and like that's so much playability for like him to just be able to do like a ton of stuff in a display.
Awesome. It's awesome. I love it. I think I've seen so many like fun shots of like Darius or like I feel like Mario shot it before, hasn't he?
Oh, Mario! I know Mario's owned at least one. I was talking to him about it. He loves them. He thinks they're awesome.
I can't imagine like that's definitely the type of company that Mario would definitely own a bunch of figures from. Like he owned like
for sure.
From, like 3A, some from Mezco. Yeah. For sure. Like
it's because like they don't do anything wrong. Like they sometimes obviously there's something maybe you're not interested in, but the quality of the figure will always be tip top. Like it will always be as good as it can be. Maybe it's not what your bread and butter, but it'll always be really good.
No, I feel that one. Yeah. I don't understand how to remove this back plate now. I'm trying to figure that out. Let's just try to put that in there. Pull it out. Pry it. Not anything bad. I just cannot right now figure this out. It's like the back plate is great. It's just kind of it's pressed in there into the back. And I have to kind of pull it. I just have to pull it out. You know what? We'll mess with that. We'll mess with that later. Not a big deal. We'll put on the cape later. I don't need it with a cape or turban on. Anyways, we need to have this man yelling.
I will say, I'm going to talk about one other thing, because I think I talked about everything I've picked up for the most part. I said the Gold Skull. I said 4 of these, Synthezoid figures. I said the whole House of X-Wave. I said Thanos. There's one other thing that comes to mind, and it is, actually, there's technically 2, but I think I talked about Commander Cody already. The other one is the Silver Surfer. I think I talked about that in the Discord, but maybe I talked about it in the Hangout. I don't remember, but I know I don't think I did. Maybe I did.
Keep going. Go ahead.
Anyway, that's a figure that I'm super excited about, and I think I'm going to try to pick up Adam Warlock in the next day or two. And I know that Silver.
Did they drop one?
Yeah, back in Guardians Galaxy 2. Yeah.
Okay. I thought you meant a new one.
No. I wish. But I'm just going to try to pick up him because I want to do some Surfer Adam Warlock Thanos shots just from Infinity Gauntlet. Even though the Silver Surfer is not going to be technically exactly the right color, I think he's at least kind of light enough that he'll be able to fudge it. So I'm going to try to do that at least a little bit and see if I can get some recreation shots going from that story. That's my goal.
That'd be
right
cool.
now.
I don't understand. I'm so conflicted because I love when they do recent looks because I'm like, oh wow, something I'm reading that's coming out right now. They have a look for it. That's really cool.
House of
X.
X.
But it's they take forever to get to they take forever to get some classic looks for characters. Then they give us a look that like nobody wants. Like we have like 4 Doctor Strange Legends, and we don't have.
Yeah, we don't have the classic look.
We have like 3 of the same one for the movie. Like we have 3 of basically the same figure.
Yeah, they've overdone the movie one for sure. It's because Legends, as much as I love Legends, it always messes up and then corrects later. Like Thanos, for example, Thanos. We had to build a figure who the colors were a little dark and like modern and just weren't really, what people wanted. So they released the exact same sculpt, but with like brighter glittery blue and like a brighter gold. Cool, but still not the classic everyone was hoping for. And the Build-A-Figure didn't come with the gauntlet. He just had his normal hands.
Yeah.
But then, the one that came out was like, oh, now it just has the gauntlet, not its normal hands, and it's like not a different, like he's not bulkier, he's not the Thanos we want. And so third try, they get the comic Thanos right, the one that's coming out now. And so that's like, I think that's Legends' problem. Like it just needs to focus on making the first releases. And I know part of it is they're like going back to releases they did in the early days of Hasbro, and they're updating and giving us better versions of those. For example, like the first Build-A-Figure Thanos was during that like Age of Ultron wave, and all of those figures looking back on it are trash now. Sure,
I guess that is early because
that's
the
early.
Return of Marvel Legends was 2012.
Yeah, well, and not only that,
was what 2015. That's
well,
crazy,
yeah,
actually.
and I wouldn't say it's early on in Hasbro, but it's early on when they transitioned from those like orange packaging to like the standard Legends casing we know now. But like that,
actually, I liked the old Marvel Legends font, like the gray one.
Yeah,
one of those cool, like the weird, like graffiti. Sorry, continue.
No. I was just gonna say like, I think the first one we got, there's 2 from like that orange box to like the current look, was the Jubilee Wave and the Mandroid. I think those were the 2 that like were the first 2 from that orange split. And Hobgoblin, Age of Ultron. We're close. What
orange are you talking about?
So do you remember? I'm trying to think of a wave that you would remember.
I'm just thinking.
The Blob Wave.
Like
do you remember the Blob Wave?
Oh, you mean like the old weird like gold text and stuff?
Yes,
yeah.
That was Hasbro. That's like Hasbro Dark Days of Marvel Legends.
Like a lot of like, wasn't that like a lot of that was like Toy Biz molds of some kinds and stuff like that?
Yeah, they weren't good figures. They were trash. They were like horrible articulation and and it got better eventually. It started getting better. Like the Guardians of the Galaxy box set that you got, those figures were first released, like their original packaging, their original releases, those bodies were in the orange packaging. Like that was before that.
No, I don't think that's true because some of them, yeah. But the Return of Marvel Legends Drax was a completely different body than the Drax that was in the box set. Like the Drax that was in the box set is on the Hyperion mold or whatever, and the Drax that was in the old one is like he has like the weird wide joint hips and stuff. But I think they did reuse a lot of it from early Legend stuff because that's where we got the that really weird Spider-Man body that they carried on to the Return, where it was like we got Kane on it, we got the Big Time one.
Yeah, Big Time. That was another one on the orange. Yeah.
But that black suit Spidey, the mold, from what I can tell, I don't own it. I don't own that mold, but it looks like it's better than the Return of Marvel Legends one. Like Hasbro like nailed it, and then they like stopped. Was that the Red Hulk wave? I think.
I think so. Yeah, I think
that's like right before my time. Like I started collecting in 2012, so it's like right before me.
But anyway, like just I think what we were saying is like from that the Age of Ultron waves early on in Legends when it transitions from the orange to like what we have come to know as the standard packaging. Like that's the Jubilee wave, the Age of Ultron, like that was early on, the Winter Soldier Mandroid wave, and then that's why like they're revisiting but they use that comic Thanos, that Build-A-Figure on a re-release. It was 2 years ago now, that comic Thanos, maybe if that, that Walmart exclusive.
The Walmart one, that was not that long.
Yeah, and they used the same buck, which they shouldn't have. I don't think at that time because
it's cool for the BAF.
Yeah,
like I think. That was pretty accurate to like how he was in Infinity or something like that. Jonathan Hickman book. I don't remember exactly, but like that's cool to get a modern Thanos. But like, why would you like give us a Thanos look that we don't see ever? Like it's like new design, old colors. It doesn't appear anywhere from what I understand.
No, yeah.
This though is like this head sculpt. Is this a Mayshell head sculpt? Because it is perfect, bro.
That head sculpt is perfect. I just wish he had more. That's my only problem with that release is he doesn't have a grinning and then a stern look. Those are the only 2 head sculpts I would want. And luckily, me and Finn both found out, and I'll show it. I'll probably do a shot with it eventually. Finn might too. But that the Walmart exclusive heads if shooting from the front of Thanos, look pretty good on that figure.
Yeah, they don't look bad.
No.
It's like you kind of have to like push it down. I think my peg is a little bit big. I have it right here. But like you can fudge it and like make it work. Like this is not bad.
No,
it's not amazing.
No, the head's a tiny bit small, but like yeah, exactly. In a shot, that'll work for sure. And the skin tone is technically a little dark, but I mean, I think to get those head sculpts, at least that's a good solution because I don't see. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I like the fact that I like this. I like what they did. If they included more, $30, like, come on, man, you're giving me 2 head sculpts. And, like, although they did give us a bunch of hands, whatever. They gave us the old classic head sculpt, which is perfect. And then they gave us, like, the brand new one, which is from, like, 2 or 3 years ago, like the King Thanos or whatever, like the big beard.
Yep.
It kind of, like, pleases everyone, like both fans, where it's like people that want something new, they have an alternative. And then people that want something classic have it too. It does suck, though, that they didn't. Like, how do you just have Thanos being like, and nothing like.
Yeah, but see, and it would be the other way around.
How would we not have Lady Death yet?
Like, if that was just, if he had just a vanilla stern face, everyone would be like, well, why didn't they pack in, like, an angry or a smiling face? Like, we can't have it every single way we want it. And I'm just happy they gave us a look of comic Thanos head that we haven't gotten in a previous release, so we can swap. And I don't think that's why they did it, but at least it's not another, like, plain stern look, because we've already got that. It pays off
to be the collector at that point, where I'm like, thankfully I bought that one back then. Because
exactly.
now I'm kind of like, you can't do any, like, serious shots of like him and Lady Death or anything.
Yeah.
Like you can't with just the yelling face basically. And then if you use the alternate head they give you, it's like, okay, so now you have to have him like on a throne, like he's like in a totally different like timeline or whatever. I didn't read the book, so obviously you can tell by my lack of knowledge on it. But it's cool that they tried it. I love this. This is like probably this and Red Hulk are my favorite like the big figure releases. I didn't get the Venom, I didn't get the Toxin. I kind of like Toxin. He's kind of like has a smaller design.
I'm trying now to think that you said that. What are like all the big figures? I like the comic Hulk.
Those
I really like that figure.
But that was in a 2-pack though.
Yeah, well that's true.
I mean, I guess it counts, but I'm thinking just the single $30 releases.
Got you.
We have Red Hulk. We have Kingpin.
Wait, are you counting all like big figures or all figures that released in single carded? Because War Machine's won too. Technically, of the 30.
That's true. Like basically BAFs that are released at $30 single carded. So like we have Thanos, we have Red Hulk, we have Kingpin, we have like Monster Venom, that big one. We have Toxin, which is like the red and black one. I don't know if we have any other.
Venom Pool. I think like the big Venom Pool was also released.
No, he's the BAF. He's the BAF.
He's a BAF?
He's the new
BAF.
BAF.
Then not.
Yeah, he was the one for the Venom movie wave or the Maximum Venom.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Oh, God, what else was released?
I think that's just. I actually think that's it. I think there's.
It might be. I mean, again, this is a new phenomenon, and not only that, but also like there's been, like we were just saying. I think the first ever one they did was Archangel, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
That was the first one they ever did of the $30.
I never picked that up, and I always regretted it.
I got it off pre-order, so I got it when it first came out, and I love that. I mean, that figure still holds up.
I never saw it. I was bummed, but you do what you can. I'd much rather have Thanos than Archangel. So
yeah.
But I will say this is the best. I think this is the best comic Thanos on the market out of all the lines.
For sure.
I don't like the select look that much.
I like the select look, but the scale was just off. I like that it came with Death too. That was really good.
I don't like this. Let me rephrase. I don't like the look as much as I like the smooth one.
Yeah.
The look is fine. Like if I found that for $20, I would totally pick it up. I'm like, okay, comic Thanos, why not? But I like this because it feels more like George Perez's art. Like that felt like kind of like the comic, but also like really like dirty and like kind of grungy and hyper detailed a little bit.
See, that's what I thought.
Like 90s art.
Out of all the comic Thanoses at the time, there was the Disney one, if you remember. It was very modern. It had like the light pink face. It was pretty. A lot of people were searching for that one.
It had, like,
matted colors. Yeah, so there was that one. There was the Build-A-Figure, and then the Walmart exclusive Thanos on the same body, but one was like obviously a lot more comic book accurate. So there was those two, and then until obviously new, and then there was the Diamond Select. And I think at that point, the Diamond Select was the best just because it felt like it was the most comic accurate to me at least. Yeah. I didn't like the Legends proportions also as much, and then this new one, in my opinion, easily is the best for sure.
I really think that that old Walmart exclusive one it's kind of like a guilty pleasure for me. I really love that figure.
I don't as much.
I love how it. I don't like how it moves. I love how it. I love how it looks. Though.
I love the colors. The colors
I
are
love
great.
the colors, the shiny. Actually, I kept maybe 4 Legends boxes in total, but that's one of the ones I kept because I loved how like the art on the sides of the panels, and it's like all like the rainbow colors. Like I did like a light painting with it. It kind of turned out crappy, but like I really like the figure for alternate one. If you had asked me this a year ago, I'd be like, yeah, we need a new one. But now that I have both, I'm like, I like that one.
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, again, the main reason I want Thanos at this point, right this second, is to do recreations from Infinity Gauntlet. That's the story I want to tackle because I also just got, Norman Rad, the Silver Surfer. So, like, I want to do, and if I can get Adam Warlock, I'd like to do a lot of Infinity Gauntlet stuff, and I feel like this new release is easily the best for that look. Easily the most classic and that art style.
Oh, I think this is like by a good margin the best. Like, so I don't own the Select, so I can't really speak to it. But it's like the, in my opinion, the original Bath, Walmart exclusive, Select, and it's like the new one. Yeah. I really think it's just like, also the light shading they did is really nice on the legs.
On the blue,
like, it's not like completely blue. It looks really nice. It feels like when I picked that up, I'm like, I'm not mad at spending $30 on that.
No, not at all.
I would spend 30 on that. Like that's how they should do it.
No, Black Series is the one ripping us off for $30. Their Jar Jar Binks is $30.
Oh, that
or
was
40.
No, I passed on that in person. I said no.
Yeah, their Luke Skywalker Yoda pack was 40, and like Yoda's
45
like
at Target, bro. 45.
And it's like a static Yoda and a Luke figure that we've gotten before that has like nothing on him but bare arms. Like, come on.
And like the Yoda was cool because it came with 2 head sculpts and the paint was good.
Yep,
but I'm like, buddy, I'm not gonna move this Yoda. Like it was the I got it for $25, which is a steal. I got it new, but I got it at like a video game store. I got it for $25, which is a steal. I think it was $45 at Target, but it was like, okay, $25 for this. That's a deal. I would pay $30 for this. That makes sense. But then again, they would charge $20 for that old Yoda figure with the snake and the staff, and that was it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, not even a back part. Like, what are we doing
Exactly.
here?
Like that's the thing with Black Series that I've really, and I think Finn, you agree with me. I think they've really stepped up as a company, and I've really enjoyed and been wanting like all of their releases, honestly, that they've been coming out with because they've been doing solid releases. Their articulation, their sculpts, their accessories are great. But I think the one thing they can work on is more accessories and their price point. Because without Build-A-Figures and not enough accessories like Lightning Collection, it doesn't feel right paying $20, $40, $30.
Well, when the Stormtroopers don't even come with interchangeable hands, which I guess is like...
They come with one blaster. Not even like...
One blaster.
Yeah.
You buy it at GameStop. I picked up the Force Unleashed Stormtrooper. I'm so glad I didn't buy it because I would have had no money right now. But I really wanted it because I want to have like one of each trooper. Even if I don't love it, I just want to have the trooper. I picked up, it was $25 retail at GameStop. And I was like, with tax, it's going to be like 27, 28.
Yep.
I can't drop 30 on this figure I'm going to shoot one time. Yeah. Like, I can't do it. And it was for the old buck with a gun. That was it. Yep. I'm like, you don't have, and it's like Lightning Collection does, and you don't have back parts like Legends does.
Or effects, or anything. Yeah.
Effects. And then they're going to, when they eventually upcharge the prices, probably like $22, $23, Black Series is going to be right there with them, and I'm going to be like, how do you expect me to army build these?
Exactly.
Like, how do you expect me to buy another 14 troopers when you charge 23 for like a basic figure?
Yep.
Like it's the figure sculpt and articulation, excellent. Everything else is like completely lacking.
Exactly.
Like,
Black Series needs to step it up, and like the accessories are like adding something else to give because, like we said, so there's Legends, right? They have Build-A-Figure parts. That's like their main thing for their $20 little accessory price point. Like it gives it that oomph of like I'll pay for it. And their $30 figures come with a ton of accessories if they're small, or they're like the big figures like Thanos. And even Thanos came with a lot of accessories. $40 2-packs come with a lot of accessories per figure. Like they obviously do it right, at least in that category. Lightning Collection.
Even stuff like the Lightning. Keep
I was just gonna say Lightning Collection, no Build-A-Figures. They might start doing them. I don't know if they're doing them, but
why would they?
Accessories, all accessories galore. Effects, accessories. They're packing in to make sure like you have all the hands, everything you need. Joe's are doing basically the same thing as Lightning Collection in terms of accessories. No Build-A-Figures, but they're packing in a decent amount of accessories.
And the articulation is like next level
yes,
too. Like it's not like they have that thing kind of like where Lightning Collection was like, wow, this is like a little bit better than Legends. Now G.I. Joe is like better than Lightning Collection, so it's like I can justify the $20
for sure,
for like
100%.
G.I. Joes.
Yeah,
like I can.
And then Black Series has nothing else to offer. Yes, their sculpts are getting better, so they're more movie accurate. We like that. It's something that should have happened a while ago, and it makes us want them more, like Cad Bane, Mando, all of these figures. But their accessories aren't making up for that $20 price point. Like, the sculpts aren't good enough to be like, oh, now I can pay $20 for this. Yeah. Especially with GameStop always pricing them up to $22 and then moving it to 30 sometimes. And
especially when they're like, okay, we're gonna re-release these figures basically, and you're like, oh sweet, like we're gonna get another chance to get these figures, and it's like nothing is basically nothing is different, and you get just as much accessories for like that Stormtrooper. I'm like, I feel like I'm buying a figure in 2015 again.
Yeah.
Like, why am I spending
100%.
$23?
Yeah. I mean, it's so true. Yeah. Their re-releases don't change. Their R2-D2 is the same mold, just in a different wave. Their Tusken Raider, they're putting out now, is not changed one bit, besides probably slightly some paint. And it was already a good figure, but I already know they could easily improve the articulation under like the cloth apparatus, but they choose not to.
It's not even that we're asking them to like even change it that much. It's just like, okay, well, if you're going to give us a re-release, give an incentive to to people who got it originally.
Yep.
So if you're saying, okay, I'm going to release Commander Cody, great figure. I actually have not shot him yet because I have the Hot Toys. I'm like, I'll just shoot the Hot Toys. Great figure, but this is it. This is what you get, period. You don't get a clone head sculpt. You don't get an extra blast. Actually, you got one long blaster, but whatever. And it's like, okay, so if I bought that figure in 2013 or 2012 when the line started or whatever, why would I buy it again? Like, there's no incentive. You can't even remove the jetpack. Like, I like this figure a lot. But it
feels like a cheap figure. Like, and not to... I think so. Black Series has never had really alternate hands for the most part. I mean, if you think like their hand pegs just don't come out, they just when Luke had alternate hands for that Dagobah pack, I was like, what is this? Crazy.
Like,
so
this sorcery?
I think hopefully with them kind of experimenting with it, we could see possibly them going down that path. But I don't see Build-A-Figures ever. Black Series that makes no sense. Like, there's no big like out of this world characters like they would build.
Black Series is like. They're doing probably my favorite, honestly. They're probably my favorite right now for like the sculpts and stuff. Like Power Rangers hits on articulation, excellent. Accessories and swappable heads. Every character has a swappable head. That's amazing. Accessories that bro, I opened up like one of these figures the other day, and it came with like 2 different weapons. Like it came with 2 guns, a spear, a bunch of hands, and a head. I was like, okay, wow, that's amazing. Yeah. But their sculpts, except for if you get like the really like the very different figures, they're almost all the same. Like,
because there's not a lot of detail in Power Rangers. There's not a lot to do.
Have to change them, which is great. Exactly. They can save money there. But it's like Black Series, like when they do the sculpt well, like it is. Like I bought so many Stormtroopers. I love Stormtroopers. Yeah. They killed it. I wouldn't have bought them if I didn't like them. Like Black Series, like that Mando is perfect looking. That Cad Bane is amazing. But it's like Lightning Collection does it well, where they have the interchangeable stuff, and they do like the other big figure releases, which. They're like basically this size with interchangeable hands, weapon, and an alternate head or something like that. And it's if you get them from GameStop, they're $22. I don't know if that's a price error, but they still haven't fixed it. Like you buy the pumpkin wrapper and the King Sphinx, bro. Hold on, I just like want to prove a point here. Look at this, bro. This thing I know it's supposed to be $30, but it's at retail right now at your local GameStop for $22. This was $8 less than this. They have the same size. These guys are not. Like, they are bulky. And this guy came with a lot of stuff, too. He came with, I think, 2 sets of hands, or maybe just one extra set of hands, and these, like, big wings and a sword. Like, I have no complaints with this. Love this. But I'm saying, like, they give us this. I'm like, you Black Series, you couldn't re-release a Wampa.
Yep.
Like,
Lightning Collection's killing it right now. And Black Series needs to, like, find their niche that will justify their 20 or plus, up price tag. Because Build-A-Figures aren't going to be it. Accessories could be it, but I don't see... Like, they just don't have the room or the R&D, so, like, they need to find something that really sets them apart for their price tag, and I don't think they found it yet. Alternate head sculpts could be it.
Tag, which they can't do, but I'm like, that if it was, like, $17 if they grabbed it, okay, totally. Give me that Commander Cody with just the 2 guns. Because it's like, I really think because inflation didn't matter that much comparatively, but, like, when Legends were $15, I'm like, you pay for what you get, basically. Like,
100%.
You get...
Yep.
And a lot of these Legends coming out now are better than $15 Legends. Like, I'm trying to think of a good one. Like, that Hand Ninja is great. The Peter Parker and the Miles, like, those are all brand new sculpts, basically. Like, those are, and they come with interchangeable hands and heads, and they come with a back part. Like, that is $20 worth, for sure. But it's like, you'll get a figure like, like a random, like, you'll get something like like Wonder Man. Like this is it. And you get like some effect parts. And you're like, this is $20, bro. This thing belongs in the doo-doo trash can. This has this art. This buck is terrible. The paint looks whatever. This head sculpt is bad. Like, and that's like Legends is like 60-40. Like 60% of the figures, I'm like, yeah, I like this a lot. This is cool. And then like 40%, I'm like, that is so terrible. Why would I ever spend my money?
And I'd say like the 40% is either characters we don't want or looks we don't want with good articulation, or looks and characters we want
Spider-Man, I was like,
with trash articulation.
It was like $25 too. I'm pretty sure, wasn't it? Was the negative Spider-Man and the Cyborg were upcharged $5, weren't they?
Maybe. I'm trying to think because they were on like the vintage like packaging cards. So maybe I don't know. They were. But that's how it is. I mean, again, that 40%, it's either characters we want with crappy articulation and crappy sculpts, or characters we don't want with good articulation. Like, that's just how it is. And, like, 60% of it, though, is good. Like, this House of X-Wave looks absolutely fire. Oh, my gosh.
The only miss is Jean Grey, and I'm still going to buy her.
Yeah. Oh, I saw her. I want to open her. Yeah,
Dude,
I have her.
Okay, I'm going to dip in a second so we can wrap in a
minute. Yeah,
but I want to to close out, I want to tell my story what happened the other day when I was going hunting with House of X. Bro, hold on. Let me pull up the picture. So, I'm toy hunting with my friend, and I'm like finding a bunch of stuff. This is the same day I found that Gamerverse, whatever. You know what I'm talking about, the Shadow Stormtrooper from Force Unleashed. Yeah, and I really want that. I still want to get that, but it was just bad timing kind of the day. But and I'm kind of like, I kind of got to pass. And then I find Thrawn, and I have been passing on Thrawn. I passed on Thrawn once before, and then I didn't see him again for a while. I'm like, that is a figure that I need. He's gonna be in the main series movies too. Like, that figure's gonna go up in price unless they re-release it. Like, I just need to get it. Yeah. So I bought him, and then I got Prowler to complete my Stiltman bath. And I was like, cool, $40. I'm set with that. I thought I was gonna have a bigger budget this like paycheck than I did. So it kind of worked out that this didn't work out. But dude, I'm like, let's go to Best Buy. I never go to Best Buy. I never find anything. Maybe they'll have something. Looking around, empty peg here, empty peg there. It's like dinky stuff, man. It's like like the white Black Widow or something like that, like crappy Legends, whatever. But then I look over on the side. Look what was on the pegs. Moira and Jean.
What? Why didn't you pick? Oh, because you were you didn't tell me.
I said this in the group. Okay, hold on. So they were on the pegs, and I said, "Oh my gosh!" I'm with my friend who does not know anything about collecting. I'm like, you don't understand. These things aren't supposed to come out till like May. I didn't know they were dropping in Targets. I didn't know this. They were dropping in Targets like the next week. Yeah. But I was like, in my head, I'm like,
when was this?
This was This was Saturday.
Okay.
This was like.
So almost a week ago. Yeah.
Yeah. And so this was Saturday, right before Monday, before the House of X stuff dropped. But I basically was like, oh my gosh, okay. I'm going to leave Jean because I do not have enough cash to buy Jean right now. She's going to be peg warming everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
That figure, like the articulation looks like garbage. I want the figure, but it looks like garbage. But Moira, that was the #1 figure from the way I wanted. I was like, I need this. So that I was so excited. I was like, geeking. I was having a great day before then too. I was geeking, walked it all the way up to the counter, and I was like, checking out. I was like, okay, cool. And he like scans it. And I was like, cool. He's like, huh? Hold on. I was like, oh. I'm like, if you say it's street dated, I'm going to punch you in the face. I will say, though, I've never had any figure be taken from me for being street dated before in my life. And this technically wasn't street dated. It basically was. But, like, what happened was the guy was super nice. He was, like, really trying to sell it to me. He's like, hey, man, like, I'm going to see what I can do. Like, give me a second. I was like, okay, totally fine. Take your time. I'm like, and I was having a good answer. I'm like, hey, man, if it doesn't work out, not a big deal. I have this figure on pre-order on Amazon. It won't be here for like 3 months, but I have it just in case. So I was really hoping it would work out. And he was like scanning, and he's like, "Hey, management, can we get you over here?" It's like 3 guys come over, and they're like, "Yes, what seems to be the problem?" And he's like, "Interesting. But have you tried this?" And like type in something. He's like, "Nah, I gotta get Charlene over here. Charlene, get over here." And there's like 7 people around this computer, this register. Me and my friend was like, "I just want the $20 figure." And they were like, oh, "Were there any more on the pegs?" And I was like, "That one, no. There was like another one from the same wave." They're like, "Wave?" I'm like, "There's one more." And they're like, "Okay." And like, and so a guy walked away, and I was like, "Okay." And they were like, "Yeah." And the whole time, this guy was like, and I was like, "Oh, did they mess up in a way where they put it out so now they have to sell it?" And the guy was like, "Hey, man, we can't find these in our database at all." He's like, "I will scan them on the Best Buy thing, and like nothing comes up." And I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "These from the only thing that it says is that these are supposed to get here, like these are on pre-order on our website still." So he's like, "These aren't even available to be sold yet." He's like, "There's no way I can sell this to you like without breaking the rules." And I was like, "Hey, man, no worries. Thanks anyways."
I would not be like that. I would have been so sad.
I would have, oh, dude, I walked out there. especially because if it was like I do want that Cyclops. If it was like Omega Sentinel or like Cyclops or Wolverine, I'm like, okay, I'll see him. Like, I'll get him. But it was the one that I wanted the most, and so I walked out of there. And I was like, dang. But what was weird about it is that there were only 2 figures on the pegs. That was it. It was just Marvel Girl and it was Moira. And the way the guys, all the employees reacted, they were like, this is not supposed to be out here. Why is this here? And so I'm like, either one, they sold it somehow by accident, or someone like swiped it, or an employee took it. But I'm like, you can get a feel for people. And those guys did not seem like they were trying to be malicious at all. They were literally just confused. They were like, someone made a mistake. And I was like, hey, man, like, I worked in fast food for like 4 years, so I know how annoying customers are. I'm like, hey, man, no worries. Thank you anyways. I'm leaving. If I left, crushed, bro, my spirit.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's like okay, that's not true. It's not the main release of that wave. Not even close.
It's like the coolest one, though. Like, that is
I'd say for photographers it is, because of all of the playability of it. But, like, I know people who want the Professor X because it's Professor X.
Oh, I want that figure.
Like, that is the most iconic look of that series. People want white Magneto. Like, that is a huge look, too. Cyclops with the screaming head and the effects. Wolverine in that new, like, kind of look.
Great look.
Yeah.
You have to post those reviews because I want to compare it to, like, the brown suit Wolverine and the X-Force, because I think it's on the X-Force body, but I want to see what it looks like compared to the other brown one, because the paint looks more matted from what I can tell compared to the brown one, because the brown one was really shiny. But, dude, I was like the Moira, the people that are going to be really excited about Moira are the people that are really hardcore comic book fans that have known about her since the 60s, or people that are like, interchangeability. I want to have, like, a Mary Jane. I want to have a Gwen Stacy on this body. Like, but yeah, my computer's about to die, so we should probably...
Okay, let's wrap it up right now. All right, so first of all, thank you guys for tuning into this Hangout session. Like we've been saying, I'll talk about a couple things just with the podcast in general. So first, again, we're releasing every single Thursday. No matter what, that's going to concurrently come out. You can always expect something on Thursday. We will try to have filler episodes sometimes during other days of the week. I know we are planning either this weekend or coming up next week to do a recap of WandaVision. The new episode comes out tonight, so that should be very exciting.
Sir.
And then, you guys obviously have seen this new format on the YouTube. You can see all around me right now, just kind of this new format to my left and right
Brian
of
just
stuff.
Hopped in, bro. Brian, what are you on? Let's see if we can get him on for the closing of the episode on how I move him in here. How do I move him? I can't move. Oh, move to. ShutterBugs on air. Brian, Carter.
Oh, hello. Hey, guys.
Hi, Brian.
You were ascended for the closing because we're about to leave.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. You can keep going if you want. I got a dip.
I have to too.
So if you want, you can. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Buddy, Brian, we missed you, man.
Well,
We
it's
did.
because we're still on, so
I'm like the fourth member at this point.
yeah, exactly. He's seriously like almost a
No one
fourth
will
host.
ever be another ShutterBug. Come on, you're like the Shutter larva.
a pure
Okay.
honor.
Brian, I was just telling
Pure honor.
Aiden the story about my how I fumbled the Moira bag, bro.
Yeah, I saw.
So disappointed, dude. Oh, are you watching?
Yeah.
Oh, Brian, thank you, dude. Brian, the new Piccolo, amazing. I'm sorry, everyone who's listening to this. Look, Brian, it's so much better.
Oh, my bad.
There you go, bro.
I saw you unbox it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah. Okay, Aiden, keep going back. I'm sorry, bro.
No, you're good. So just again recapping, be sure to look out. We're going to be having episodes on other days, but remember every Thursday something's coming out. We got the new format, as you can see around me. So that should be a lot more visually pleasing to everyone watching on YouTube, and hopefully audio. I mean, I don't think you guys will notice a difference on iTunes, but at least this format, and having guests there should be more on iTunes coming
And
out.
we're
So
gonna
that should
get
be
these
good
up
too.
on iTunes this week. That's my goal. Like by this time next week, we'll have all these new episodes up there.
Exactly.
Bye, Brian.
Exactly. So thank you guys for watching. Again, like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube. Check out me and Finn's Instagram, A1 Groundwalker and Finnaden
Yes.
on
Links will be in the
IG.
bio.
Yep, exactly. And yeah, thank you guys. See you later.